What is anti-Semitism?
So anti-Semitism is hostility or hatred towards the Jews. And you find history in scripture inside the Bible in the book of Esther about such anti-Semitism when Haman came with such hostility towards the Jews to kill them off, and even towards Mordecai. That's where you can find some of that at. Now, to be anti-Semitic, you would have to not be from the lineage of Shem. And such people come from the lineage of Shem, such as Arphaxad, which that comes from our forefather, because he eventually gave birth to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, along that lineage, and then to the Israelites. Then you have Lud, you have Ashur, which is the modern day Kurds, Elam, modern day East Indians, Moab, modern day Chinese, so on and so forth. These people come from the lineage of Shem, and you can't be anti-self.
So there are others, that comes from Shem. So that means, now I guess I'm thinking about Nick Cannon, because he had a lot to say that they considered his words to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? What can you tell us about?
Well, Nick Cannon, and what a lot of our brothers and sisters who are on the outside looking in fail to at least try to examine is why is it that Nick Cannon, why he's in the United Kingdom, for those of you who don't know who that is. Even Ice Cube, Deshaun Jackson, why is it that they got in so much trouble or such heat came toward them? It's not that they came directly against the Jewish per se. It's more or less of what they said, trying to uplift their own people. And they said this in their own articles that they've published, that we, the Blacks, Hispanics, and the Native American Indians are the Israelites, the real Israelites, the real Jews. And when you push that information out, it automatically brings forth enemies. And without them knowing, it brought forth nations of enemies against them. I was reading this article. It was in 972 Mag. And it mentioned about such words as anti-Semitism or pushing our words as anti-Semitic. When used, it's a form of propaganda, which in other words is just misleading information. But you got to wonder, who is it or why is that word used and who is it trying to mislead? It's trying to mislead the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians from knowing that they are the real Israelites. So when you actually push that and use such words as anti-Semitic or anti-Semitism, it makes the person who got that word pushed on them, it makes their reputation garbage. It's called cancel culture is another word that you would use for it.
Wow. Last question. So why do you think it's such a problem to speak against the Jews, the Jewish, so-called Jews, however you want to say it? What's the whole deal about it? What's the problem?
Well, you got to meditate on it, right? In Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, everybody in the world knows the Bible is a true book, but the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter mentions that curses will befall the nation of people who did not keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Their sons and daughters will be given to another people. They have to serve their enemies for one of all things, food, clothing, water, and everything. They'll have a different God that they will have to serve. They will even be brought on ships. They will be colonialized, imperialized. That didn't happen to any other nation. That didn't happen to the so-called whites or Esau, also come from the line of Shem. That didn't happen to them that's over there in Israel today. So when you push out the right information of who the real Jews are and why it was hidden, because they spent billions upon billions hiding it. When you push that information out, it turns the world right side up, because currently it's upside down.
Well said.